This brief presentation has been created for GPs. It is to provide some practical strategies for maintaining well-being at times of crisis. I am Nimmy Karat. I'm a psychological therapist with a practice in Cumbria. These are the areas we'll be looking at over the next few minutes. This is an extremely difficult time for all frontline medical staff. I've prepared this for GPs who often work alone and may not be well supported. Many of the ideas here will be familiar and are ordinary. These are simple and practical strategies to help you deal with challenges now and in the near future. GPs are having to adapt to dramatic changes, work in unfamiliar ways, and cope with increasing risk. Every GP is under pressure. As a GP, you're confronted with these issues and more on a daily basis. It can all feel surreal and unsettling. You may feel frustrated, angry, helpless and scared, sometimes worried that you can't cope, perhaps guilty that you're not doing enough to make it safe for yourself and others. All of these are normal. These reactions can cause inner turmoil and hamper your ability to be effective. In order to create safety for others, we need to experience it first within ourselves. Doing this can make a difficult job more doable and make you more effective. Creating a sense of safety is necessary if you are to navigate through tough times. Anyone can learn to do this. It just needs some practice. When we are in a crisis, our ability to process new information is compromised. These are simple strategies. This is an extraordinary situation. You have no previous experience and no clear patterns to fall back on. You have to learn on the go. It's normal to feel unskilled, less competent, and not so confident. Refreshing and relying on the core principles that you already have means you can hang the needed adaptations on or around them. Analogies can be useful for understanding. Driving your car in an everyday situation is effortless. You can go on autopilot. Suddenly you encounter snow and ice, and you have never driven in these conditions before. You feel alarmed and unskilled. You have to slow down, figure out what's going to be helpful, what will give you greater control. You need more concentration and alertness. It's a sharp learning curve. We are habitual creatures. We don't like change. The unknown can feel scary, so we resist and deny. It can take a while for the enormity of the situation to sink in. The sooner we accept the facts of the situation, the better we can prepare for and deal with them. It's necessary to psychologically clear the deck, make space, get organized, and gather helpful resources. Recognize that we need to accommodate something else that requires your full attention. You are creating clarity and freedom to do the needed work. There is no doubt that you need more help. This is the time to be more open and entertain all kinds of ideas, even absurd ones. Consider who may be able to help: friends, neighbors, extended family. Who can be roped into doing the shopping, cleaning, or cooking? They may not do it as well or exactly as you like it, but it's good enough. It may even give them some pleasure. Examples of some questions you could ask: who can I call on to keep an eye on my aging parents or take care of my dog, cat, or children? This is essential. It means sharing ideas and resources, being aware that everybody is in the same boat. It's okay to ask for and accept help. You don't need to wait on formalities or hesitate. Ask yourself, what do I do well and easily? What don't I like doing that stresses me easily? What are the skills and strengths of people around me, my GP colleagues, other staff in the surgery? Who can I go to if I'm struggling? Reflecting on these questions and having a good awareness will give you a greater sense of control and confidence. Working in a rural setting can also bring its own challenges. You can feel isolated at times like this. You may want to think about how you can link up in helpful ways with other practices, share resources, and support each other. This is an intense and demanding time in every way, and self-care needs to be a priority. The wellness of others depends on you like never before. A simple way to monitor your wellness. On a daily basis, ask yourself, where am I today on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is feeling calm and in control, and 10 is the most stressed I can be. And then ask, what can I do to bring it down by 1 notch? Of course, different things work for different people. Mundane tasks can be surprisingly helpful. You can get a job done and feel better too. Listening to music, playing music, being in and appreciating nature, all can be amazingly energizing. Laugh, it relaxes you and can work like a reset button. Making regular time for what you consider to be spiritual can refresh and uplift you. Remember, you will be dealing with a lot of distress and loss. There is professional help available to you to reduce the risk of burnout. It's okay to use it. It's just a confidential space to discuss your concerns, feel supported, and learn some additional coping skills. Difficult and distressing emotions will be running high, such as fear, confusion, guilt, anger, and grief. As a GP, you will encounter difficult situations every day. Some will have more of an impact on you than others. Grief and loss will be common in the coming days. They can feel heavy and draining. Some emotions will linger. They can be intense and need some help to process. A brisk walk, long shower or bath, a chat with a trusted friend, or a good night's sleep may be needed. There is no right or wrong about what we feel. It's often uncomfortable, unpleasant, awkward, and can be overwhelming. Feelings are reactions to experiences we encounter. There's nothing bad or unprofessional about them. It's important to find safe and contained ways to express and deal with your feelings. You may sometimes feel vulnerable and become easily tearful. Approach your emotions as you would a 3-year-old or a pet. Listen, understand, soothe, and allow them to pass. They always do. We live in times where it's not easy to protect ourselves from the news. all the horrors going on in the world are delivered to us before breakfast on our phones. Yes, it's important to know what's going on in the world, but the daily news can keep us in a state of agitation and heartbreak with endless stories of illness and suffering. The radio news, in small doses, can be easier on you than the television. Remember, you are conserving your time and energy. Hope and courage are not special, nor are they luxuries. They're always available to us. When we look through the lens of hope, everything looks different. It's life-supporting. Courage is boldness, but it's always careful. You often find them when you trust in yourself. We need to nurture them consciously. When we're able to look deeply into the situation, we can see the complexity and take appropriate actions. Imagine yourself as a tree. You have no control over life's harsh weather. Your tender branches and leaves get tossed about. Mindfulness is dropping down to the center, into the trunk, where you can feel the roots deep in the earth and learn to connect to the pure awareness of the present moment. It's a place where you feel safer, more restful, and secure within yourself. You can do this between seeing patients or between phone calls. You can do this in the loo, or while having a cup of tea, or walking up and down stairs, or in the car. It can be for a minute or for however long you want. There are a number of guided mindfulness resources online. Try them out and find one that you like to develop a regular practice. A quick recap, and then we move into a short mindfulness practice. I hope you're sitting comfortably. Hold your body upright and alert, and feel your feet touching the ground. Scan through your body and wherever possible, soften and release any obvious tension that you may notice. Relax your neck and shoulders and soften your belly. Gently close your eyes and allow your hands to rest easy in an effortless way. We're going to use your breathing as an anchor to the present moment. So let's start by bringing your attention to the fact that you're breathing. Just notice you're breathing in and breathing out. Allowing it to be natural without controlling or altering it in any way. You're just letting it happen in and out. Just noticing the steady flow of breath. Notice the movement it creates in your body. The rise and fall of your chest and abdomen. If your attention drifts, just notice that and bring it back to your breathing. Simply following the movement of breath. Notice the rhythm of that movement. In and out. You may notice your breathing has become slower or deeper. You're curiously observing and doing nothing. Notice what's it like to do nothing and be simply aware. Now become aware of your whole body, and once again notice your feet touching the ground. In your own time, gently open your eyes and look around you. Notice the colors, patterns, and objects around you. You're taking a good look. I hope this has served you in some way. Do use whatever's helpful and resonates with you. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to send me an email. Take good care. Thank you.